Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I'm joined by Pete, Man City Man. Hey, they're flying, man. I saw them doing 6-0. And gee, was,
Yeah,
yeah, they said, we want to separate the boys and the real players. Um,
but they've got the same problem that Mamelodi Sundowns have now. They're a goal behind in
yeah.
order to secure that top spot. Well, for Sundowns, it's a little bit different. Like they need
Mm,
to
mm,
win now
mm,
in order to qualify for the round of 16.
But the good news, people are talking well about Mamelodi Sundowns. The
Very good.
coaches,
Yeah,
the opponent, people are surprised that South Africa has such a good football, which is quite good.
it's a pity. It's a
Which is,
pity that they lost because
mm,
they were the masters of their own demise there. Actually, in terms of those at least 2 goals that they let in there. Obviously, the mistake from Williams was a bit of a story there, but
mm, mm, mm.
even the goal thereafter was a bit of I think less of loss of concentration maybe at the back there that allowed them to come through, and that's when Bellingham scored. Yeah.
You know,
Otherwise, we gifted them every goal after
yeah,
that. Man, they
yeah,
only really
people,
scored one. Huh?
yeah. The problem is people have said it before. Rowan Williams once won the Football of the Year, Goalkeeper of the Year in Africa. And then he always plays from the back, and that's their style of play. And then I
Sure.
think people are saying he's too comfortable. And people have been saying it that, you know what, one day it will catch up with him. Now, even Jomo said, this is not good. He's too overconfident, all right? And then, so I hope they'll go back and rectify the mistake because they shouldn't have won, they shouldn't have lost that game.
No,
If
no, definitely not.
if they really, applied themselves. Well, they did apply themselves, but unfortunately, they did costly mistakes, which cost them.
Sure.
So that's a little bit worrying. But the good thing is they've sent a message. But remember, people don't remember the loser. All right. After the tournament, they would have forgotten whether Mamelodi shall not play well or not.
Exactly right.
You must win, and then this is how they remember you. Now, one of the that I want us to touch on, Pirates have appointed a new coach. And then it was, many people believe that it was going to be Rhulani Mokwena. Unfortunately, it's not like that. It's not like that. Instead, it's somebody else, somebody new. I don't know. The pic just disappeared. So it's somebody new. So I don't know what's the story. Yeah, I think maybe we have a problem with internet.
I think
Um,
so.
so that is why you see all this.
But we did see him. We did see him. We
Pardon?
did see the new man. We did
Yeah,
see the picture of the new man. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. Rulani said this is a rumor. We are told that Rulani wanted to come up with his own person. Okay. No. His own technical team, and Pirates wanted to make sure that Ncikazi continue as a coach. Ncikazi continue as a coach. So I don't know whether was it a good idea for Pirates to insist on that. Um, for
Well, one
Ncikazi.
could argue, was it a good idea to take Rhulani back? Because
Um,
there was some controversy with him in his first stint there. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. This is the rumor. It was said he wanted his own person, his technical staff, and then Pirates wanted to continue with Mandla Ncikazi. And then now, let me ask you, what's your take? Do you think the coach should be allowed to bring his own people,
Yes.
or, or
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it, isn't it?
It's the same in business, huh? It's the
Mm,
same in business. If you're a manager there, you want the people that you want, not the people that people above you want to,
mm,
force upon you, if you like. Yeah.
mm,
Same story. It's the
mm,
same story. I
mm,
don't blame it. That's the reason.
mm, mm. Now the question is, why is the Pirates insisting that we want to give you this guy? Why?
That's a good question.
It,
It is a
now,
good question.
yeah, it's like want this guy. I mean, once let's say I agree, I take this guy. He's gonna spy on me. How do I know? The first reaction, this guy's gonna check on me, and then whatever mistake goes there. You know, Pito, this is what Pito said. He said when he arrives at Mamelodi Sundowns, and that's how he transformed Mamelodi Sundowns. He said, okay, he went to the chairman and said, you know what, everything is done through me, no one else. Then
Yeah.
the chairman agreed with him. Thereafter, he went to the players and everybody and say, no one goes to the chairman's office, not via me. And then Peter stopped the traffic of people going to the chairman's office. And that's how it was transformed. Now,
Yeah. Makes sense.
if you
Makes sense. I mean,
mm,
it's I bring it back to business. I mean, can you imagine going past your boss now to his boss?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Without him having that prior knowledge of maybe why you're maybe not so happy or whatever the case may be.
mm, mm,
You've
mm,
got to give the guy a chance first, huh?
protocol.
And then,
Protocol is important.
yeah, sure.
Protocol is important, you know.
Rank and file, as we call it. Huh?
Because I'm saying the first reaction, if you keep somebody, even if it's not him, haven't done anything, I'll always think it's him. So this guy is here, he's snooping on me. Do you understand what I'm saying? And and
Yeah.
and and this is what Pito does. When he leaves with all the guys. Whenever he gets the job somewhere, he takes all the guys. You see, because these are guys that he trusts. They won't stab him in the back. So yeah, but now the other side of the coin is this. Dr. Ivan Koza came up with Rivero. Rivero, yes, he brought his people, but he made sure that Ngaz is there. All right. And he did well. He did well. And then Rivero did not buy players. He found them there and then brought others from the development. So maybe that could be the argument that Dr. Koza was to bring in to say, look, I've done it before. So why you? Why don't you want me to allow to leave somebody that I trust to be there? But the next question is, if you trust that guy, why don't you appoint him? Why do you want me to be there? You see. But if you ask me where I'm sitting, I don't think it was going to be a very good appointment for Rhulani. I'll tell you why. His father played for Pirates. His uncle played for Pirates. His granddad played for Pirates. He's a Pirates through and through. He went there as a coach from the development to Pirates. So to him, to Dr. Ivan, because he's still a young man. You understand? So,
Yeah, sure.
well, I'm not saying it's like that, but for me, psychologically, he still is my son, you know? He has to listen. You get my point? So I don't think that was going
Sure.
to be a good thing. And somebody said, and I think it's Tepan, but unfortunately, he's struggling to get in. He said, the way he reads the situation, this guy was the first choice. Rhulani was just a stopgap. But they wanted to see how it will go with Rhulani, whether you'll agree with this arrangement that no, Ngazi should be there. Do you understand? So if Rhulani didn't agree, say, okay, Baba, move on. But at the same time, I say, big up to Rhulani, stand your ground. If they don't agree to what you are requesting, move on. You know,
You'll never be happy if you start a business or football relationship like that.
yeah.
You won't be, because you've got to know that before you move from one to another, that it's the way that you want it to be. Otherwise, you're jumping sometimes into the fire from the pan, as they say. I mean, he will be held accountable. The coach is held accountable. So if you're going to be held accountable, don't you want things to be the way that you want them to be and not the way that somebody else wants it to be?
Yeah, no. For me, I said no. Well done, Rhulani. And Paris too, they have their own argument. They've done it with Rivero, so they wanted to continue that. So, well, we'll see. History will judge at the end of the day who was correct, who was wrong. We'll watch.
We will, but it's new blood either way. So let's see what happens with Pirates this coming season.
Let me hear the Pirates supporters. What's your take? Are you happy?
Let's hear it.
Are you happy with the way things have unfolded? Do you think really Dr. Evan Kos has done well here by overlooking Rhulani and then go for the gentleman? He's highly spoken. He's highly recommended, this guy. So what's your take? Or was it a blunder for Rhulani to turn his back to Orlando Pirates? Or what's your take? So let's hear what you say. Now, if you ask me and Pete, well, this is a theory that will still have to be tested. I want to see who's right here, whether it's Dr. Ivan Koza or whether it's Rhulani. But if you ask me, I would stand by the decision that Rhulani has made. I don't want somebody to be here. It's like he's snooping on me. And then I use Peter as an example. Maybe this explains why Pirates did not hire our Peter. I'm sure they was going to allow it. So yeah, let's watch the space. But like I say, Dr. Ivan Koza has proven before that he can do it. He has done it with Rivero. Let's watch. And guess what? Rivero was under pressure just after one game.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they are coaching one of the big team in Africa in terms of support, in terms of finances and so on. And that after one or two games, now that is the introduction to the baptism of fire. I don't know what's your take, Pete.
No, for sure. Yeah, no, they haven't had any easy games, that's for sure.
And did you watch their game?
Which one?
Al Ahly and Porto.
Wasn't that 4-4?
4-4. What a brilliant game!
What a game! I didn't see that game, unfortunately.
Excellent game. It was brilliant. You know what? Al Ahly has made us proud. Al Ahly, Mamelodi Sundowns have made us proud. And then I don't know what to take about this tournament. I see the Brazilian teams putting too much pressure. You know what is good about this tournament? We see players that we didn't see,
Yeah, different continents, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
others
a
see them.
It's a showcase.
Yeah.
It's a showcase.
There's one player that they liken him to Neymar. They say he's a new Neymar. I'm gonna watch him and see how it goes.
Mr. Lodge.
Pardon? Yeah.
Are you talking Mr. Lodge?
No, not really Lodge. I was the Brazilian player. They say there's a new player there.
Oh, right.
He's a Neymar-like player. And then this is what is good about this tournament. We see the talent that we never thought we can see. Again, you've just touched on the most important one, the Lodge. Lodge has done extremely well. He has proved a point, you see. And I don't know what to take.
Yeah, well, he's a good player for sure. My question is, do you think he'll come back? I don't think he will after this showing. I think and would it be a good thing in some respects for him to come back to the South African field? I think Europe might raise an eye for him now. We will see.
What about the age? Europe, they are very particular.
He's in 30s. He's early 30s,
You know, these European teams, one day on one.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, that's another thing. But well, you know, your Inter Miami there may look at him. You know, Inter Miami, they're taking the old guys there.
Yeah,
And
but
then,
he had a good game. He had 2 good games against Juventus and Man City. Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean, even Pep Guardiola
He's
commented.
31.
Yeah.
He's 31. He's
Even
31, so he's still got some games in it.
2-5.
Even in the European League.
Yeah, I can still do 4 years. You know.
Yeah.
One of his downfall is the outside behavior. If he can correct that one,
Sure.
then he has a chance. And then
we've seen many players with that attitude problem that eventually it stumbles them in terms of their career.
But he is, and I
but
see
he's
that.
A good player.
Yeah, the team wants to keep him now. Wydad wants to keep him.
Yes.
They want to keep him on loan or buy him outright. I think the visionary, they are aware that Europeans will be coming knocking at the door. Now, let's say they knock at Sundowns. Sundowns. Will Sundowns take him or what? Will Sundowns say, no, don't go? Because he's still a Sundowns player. What do you advise Sundowns?
He's a loanee.
Yeah, what do you advise Sundowns to do? Recall him. But we are told that he wants to remain at Wydad.
Yeah,
he doesn't
you can't
want
bring a player that doesn't want to play.
Yeah, he wants to remain there.
No, I think they're going to have to let him go. I think. I mean, if a player doesn't want to be there, I think he's got a taste now of something different now. So.
Yeah, I will watch the space and see.
I think for him personally, he should move.
He should move on, eh? He should move on. Yeah. Look, very exciting. What's your take about this tournament? I want to hear your opinion as far as this tournament is concerned.
Look, it's getting more and more popular, I think. To be honest with you, when Man City won it, I didn't really even know too much about the tournament, but we're watching it this time around with a lot more interest. So yeah, and I have some feedback on the monies that can be made. Remember, we touched on it before.
Yeah. Give us that.
Okay, so the prize money for Sundowns. So Sundowns have already made over 200 million rand at the FIFA Club World Cup. So they received 170 million as a participation fee for qualifying. I think I mentioned that the other day. And they scored, they scored an extra 35 million for their victory over Uldan. So this is because FIFA allocated 35 million per win to any of the 32 sides at the FIFA Club World Cup. Meanwhile, even a draw could see Sundowns pocket 18 million rands.
That's big.
It is. I'm just saying. Now, we were talking about the club's popularity. I mean, you can see from a prize money perspective, or even a participation fee perspective, it's big bucks. It's big money, and what that's now going to come back to SA, and and maybe even make Sundowns even a stronger side. So it's really important that we break that dominance that Sundowns has got at the moment, and maybe this new coach for Pirates might be the new one. And well, we always can expect something, I think, from Chiefs, although they had a disappointing season this year. We need to get competition there. We can't have such a dominance. It's not good for the league. It's good for Sundowns supporters, and being a Man City supporters, I'm sure Liverpool, United, etc., would be saying the same thing about Man City's dominance over the last couple of years. It's good. It's good that they, are challenged. Even though I am a Man City fan, they need to be able to, to be challenged.
It's like what you call. It's like Al Ahly, they are too dominant in Africa. You know,
Yeah,
they take almost everything. You know,
that's right.
they miss a Champions League maybe 1 or 2 years. Thereafter, they come back again. Do you understand? So
Yeah,
sometimes that dominance is not good. It doesn't
yeah,
encourage other teams that we are in a competition. It's like it's a
sure.
one-way traffic. We are just accompanying Al Ahly, or we are accompanying Man City, and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Now let's go to
People
my.
lose interest. People lose interest in those competitions when there's such dominance, basically.
Mm,
You know, the
mm,
I won't say everybody, obviously,
mm, mm.
but you know, it does affect the tournament's appeal. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, the dominance might not be a very good thing because
It's
it
not.
discourages these other players or these other teams. Now, what's your take about um, Inter Miami, Messi? I saw the game. He was not at his best, but you know, that's Messi. If he does 5 or 7 in terms of stats, you know, those are good numbers for a lot of players. But you know
It's a
that
nice
you can't be on form right through. You understand? The
focus.
other thing
Well,
I want us to talk about Piers Morgan. Is Piers Morgan hates Messi? Or I don't think the guy is fair. You know, he's starting 11, the world 11. There's no Messi there, and he comes up with
uh,
all sorts of argument to say why. I don't know what to take about Piers Morgan.
once he gets a bee in his bonnet, you know, then he runs with it. Eh? Um, he's very controversial. So it's his view or no view. Um, yeah, he's.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't. I wonder. Do you think the viewers know Piers Morgan?
Piers Morgan. I'm a little bit worried. He argues Messi has won 8 Ballon d'Ors, and his favorite player Ronaldo is at 5. How do you argue with that? To be honest, because these are facts,
Well,
these are barometers, these are measures. You know, those
yeah,
are things that measures. You know,
we, we need to have an interview with him.
who
Put the story right. Piers
who?
Morgan.
Ah, no, Piers. He's so stubborn, man. You won't get
no,
anything
no,
out of him.
no,
You know,
he's stubborn.
if his mind is fixed.
That's right.
But
He's
the other
stubborn.
day, I like the way Tucker Carlson dealt with him. They were in the east, uh, by that side of Ukraine, and
Mm.
then Tucker Carlson just dealt with him, just exposed him. You know that you're biased.
I haven't seen that one. I need to. And I haven't seen Piers Morgan for a good couple of weeks now.
Yeah,
So maybe I should.
check him
I
with
will look
Tucker.
him up.
Check him with Tucker Carlson. He dealt with him, severely. He caught him, unprepared, and then he dealt
Good.
with him. You know how Tucker Carlson is. And then I don't know
Mm.
whether you saw he was dealing with another foreign minister. He dealt with him severely. You know,
I will. I will. I will watch it.
right now,
So
Inter Miami, they are going to the next round, and
round of 16.
they are playing PSG. All right. Do you see
Yeah.
them coming?
Who managed to win? Eh? Who managed to win 2-0? Yeah.
Pardon? No, no, no.
PSG
No, yeah, PSG won 2-0.
two
So
0 Yeah.
they are meeting Inter Miami in the next game. And then remember, today is the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. Uh,
That's correct.
it's
Yeah.
it's Messi's birthday. Okay,
Oh,
he's
happy
38.
birthday, Mr. Messi.
Yeah, he's 38 now. He's 38 now. Is it 38 or 39?
Yeah.
38. No, it's 38.
Mm,
Because Ronaldo is 40. There is a 2-year gap all the time between the two of them. He's 38 now. So, yeah, it's his birthday. And then, unfortunately, couldn't top it up with brilliant performance. But he was there. His presence only was enough. And then, yeah. I see Jordi Alba has sent a very good message here for him. Although Jordi Alba has indicated that he may go back to Valencia. He wants to wrap up his career there. So we'll see and watch the space. Now, do you think Inter Miami will win against Porto?
Oh, that's the best team in Europe at the moment, huh? Arguably.
No. PSG, not Porto.
Yes.
They've dealt with Porto.
Okay.
PSG. They're playing PSG. This would be a very nice one because Messi, I think he needs a revenge. The French guys were just against him there. I think he suffered not a good treatment down there. So maybe this is a turn for him to
maybe he's saving himself for that game.
To respond to them. They say you listen to your Ramos and other people say, don't anger that guy. You anger him, you're in trouble.
He just turns it on you.
Yeah, Marcelo.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And I'm sure Messi wants to beat those.
Did I correctly? Atletico Madrid also had that.
And then,
so there's some surprises.
Yeah. The tournament looks good. Even the crowd has improved. I don't know whether I've noticed. There's a bit
they'll improve towards when the knockout rounds come. I think you'll see the stadiums will start to fill up a bit then.
The football that is being played there, it's of a high quality. It's a great football. We enjoy it.
Yeah. Did you see that Inter Miami goal?
Which one? The Messi one?
From half. No, the one I can't remember the guy's name now that scored it. It started in midfield there where the guy chested it forward, and then the guy ran from halfway and slotted it there.
Inter Miami.
Fantastic.
Or Inter Milan.
Inter Miami. I'm sure it was it.
No, remember Inter Miami, the first goal scored by, who scored that goal? Allende. And then that was, what you call, assist by Messi. Now, this morning, Suarez scored one of the beautiful goals.
That was a great goal, that one. I saw that one,
And, it's typical Suarez, wave the body and kick with another foot.
Yeah.
That was
but his balance was superb.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, the guy tried to foul him, basically, but he just rode that tackle, got his balance, and he slotted it there. It was a brilliant goal. And so he still got a bit there.
Yeah, people are saying Suarez is old. I think he's just answering them to say, you know what, watch the space. Remember Barcelona let him go, thought he's... And then he went to Atletico, then they won the league. And Suarez was very influential for that. And then let's see what he's doing in Inter Miami. He's doing wonders. And it's not only Messi who's playing well there, it's Messi and Suarez. Both of them that are doing well. Well, Messi's another class, we don't argue about that, okay? Pete?
So yes.
Yeah, I don't know whether there's any other thing that we'd like to discuss. Maybe let's talk about Man City winning 6-0. And then do you think you guys will go all the way to the final of the Club World Cup?
Well, I'd like them to beat Juventus, if I'm honest with you, there to take top spot, because then you get an easier passage through to, it'd be quarterfinals then, won't it? Yeah. I think we've got the potential. We've definitely got the potential. But there's still some good teams in there, so. And we've got a new squad, so whether they can gel sufficiently enough, to go all the way, we will see. But I see us semi-finals at least, I would say. But coming back to Mamelodi Sundowns now, they've got one more game now.
Yeah.
Fluminense.
And they can still qualify if they win this game.
But they have to win.
Yeah.
They have to win.
This game, that would be nice. That would be brilliant.
So they say. So there's some speculation as to what the tactics they should bring there. So I was looking there. I was trying to think who it was there. It says here the match against Fluminense will be a difficult one, no doubt, but Sundowns must be very tactical in their approach. I agree with that, yeah. Sundowns need to control possession and dictate the play in midfield. Fluminense also plays a possession-based style, which means that Allende and Thabo Mokwena will be pivotal in disrupting the Brazilians' rhythm. And they also need to maintain a defensive solidity. Well, I mean, based on the game against Dortmund, I think that was their biggest failing there. They actually, that second goal, I think it was the second goal, they lost in midfield there, and they broke through.
Yeah,
when Bellingham scored.
And guess what? One of the Saubrey Boyz is the one who lost the ball. You know, he lost the balance.
So they,
but I attribute that to fatigue.
Yeah, but it's about mental fatigue as much as it is, the physical fatigue.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to winning trophies, and I think we saw that in the Champions League.
Yeah, the wind is disturbing us again.
Yes, that's right. It's breezy a bit there now. So I think the one thing that Sundowns are failing on, if that's the right word, is their mental ability, or we call it big match temperament. They need to have a big match temperament for this game that's coming up on Thursday, I believe it is Thursday, 9 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Watching that with bated breath, I think they can do it. They can do it. It's whether they have the right temperament for the game. So we will watch with bated breath. What do you say, Saubrey?
Yes, of course. We want them to win as the first thing we do. But it's going to be a very tough one. I wonder, because this coach looks like a very brave coach. You still have a player like Mayema, who before they left, he showed a glimpse of brilliancy. Mudiba, yes, remember, he cost them the games and probably could have been fatigued. And then Mutiba, whom I had an issue with, he showed that he's a goal poacher, and then he puts pressure. So I don't know who's he gonna decide to play with. Whether he's gonna play Reyners together with Matiba, or Reyners with Shaulile. But ever since I've seen things happening with him, he seems as if he's not fond of Shaulile. So I expect Matiba and Reyners to be the leading force up front. And then what to take about that? If he plays those two.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's the more likely selection there. But from the game perspective, there they've got to be strong in midfield and defense. And especially don't make mistake, guys. I know this is the BTM story that I was telling you about, the big match temperament. Just don't take chances. Don't take like Williams did there. I mean, I get it; it's your normal style of play, but this is a different platform now. You need to.
There you are. We are back to where we were. I can hear you now.
Yeah. I've just shielded, from the wind there. So let's wait and see. But they've got to be strong in midfield, strong in defense. And I think they've got the talent. I still think they've got the talent that can break through there and maybe snatch one. Prediction?
We'll win this one.
They've got to win. They've got to win.
We'll win this one. We'll win this one 1-0.
I was about to say the same score. Yeah,
we'll
I think
win this
it's going to be really tough.
And pack the bus.
Score early. Score early and don't concede a goal. That's
yeah.
We'll win. Early goal.
We'll go to the next round. That would be marvelous for us.
That would be great.
To go to the next round.
I think that would be a massive achievement for the guys. So let's hope for the best for these guys.
Thank you so much. The last show did well in terms of numbers. I'm sure you have noticed that. So I hope even this one will do well. Provided that we continue to give them good news, most importantly. Yeah, and then where we don't have facts, let us be honest and say we don't have them.
Yeah.
Where we have allegation and rumors, let's put it we have allegations and rumors. Then and that's it. Thank you so much, Pete, and much appreciated. And then I'm back to school, Pete, with my studies again. So that's a bad one. Thank you so much.
Enjoy it. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Let's hear your comments.
Yeah, let's hear the comments, then let's take it from there. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm sure you are already in the year 2025, and then you are asking yourself, what are you going to do? Some of you have been working for many years, and then now you are contemplating of either resigning or going on retirement. And it looks scary. You're not sure what are you going to do, how are you going to survive, you're worried about your pension, and so on and so on. Especially if you're a GPF member at the age of 55 and above, and you are in those situations. You are thinking, what's going to happen? Remember, the most important thing, you need to think about how can you save the little that you have, in terms of how do you avoid penalties. Because when you retire earlier than 60, you'll be penalized. How can you avoid that? Not to be penalized, not even a cent. You also want to make sure that you maximize in terms of the taxation. But get me right, tax applies to everyone. But you want to make sure that you are tax as little as you can. And you want to do all those things. You need somebody who's skilled, somebody who's trained to deal with finance, because tax avoidance is allowed. Because when you avoid tax, you use the tax law. Now, if you want to do that, to make sure that you save as much as you can, don't hesitate. Contact us, TBR Solution, or the bigger financial services, an authorized financial service provider. And then just say, please, I want you to assist me. I want to go out. So come and share knowledge with me. Now, no obligation. You don't have to make any obligation. Just listen to the facts. After listening to the facts, make a decision. Can listen to us, can listen to others, then so that you're exposed to various information, so that when you make a decision, it's an informed decision. Now, my name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Solution. Here I'm representing the bigger financial services and authorized financial service provider. If you want to know how to get hold of us, just look at the WhatsApp number, drop us your contact via WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.